Hey YouTube, Sam here with a video for you. Happy New Year, happy pre-New Year for me anyway, just because we're just about calling on in 2013 right now. Got a few hours left to go anyway. This video might be posted on the 1st of January anyway, but hey-oh, I'm recording it on the 31st, so Happy New Year. Hope you have a great 2014 of buying fragrances and just feeling good anyway. And you can see from the title down below, this is going to be my fragrance starting lineup for 2013. I've had a year to think about it, and I'm bringing you my list now. So start by obviously Brandon, Supreme SL, I've watched a bit of him when I was starting up Fragrance Journey. I was looking at his videos, and obviously Mark's videos and Cody's videos, that sort of thing, and they got me into it in a sense, and thanks to them really. So it's a very popular thing to do. It's a popular thing to do. Because in a way, the reviewer who puts out their starting lineup is shedding light onto fragrances that they might not even talk about on their channel. So it's a good thing to do because you can push people towards certain fragrances that work for you and might work for them as well. But yeah, let's get into it anyway. We're waiting too long for this. Right. So first one is Signature Scent. I'm going to put the titles down below in the description anyway. But basically, Signature Scent, for me, this is just something that I wear the most, and it's in my rotation a lot, I'd say, throughout the year. I have done, just so you know as well, this is one designer, one niche, just to accommodate people's tastes and that sort of thing. So I don't know if it's single out niche or single out designers. I'm just putting one designer, one niche in each category anyway. So this is Signature Scent. Basically, two of the most talked about fragrances on YouTube and Fragrantica and Base Notes. This is Angelman, the rubber flask. This is the original Angelman. Beautiful caramel coffee note with a bit of vanilla in there as well. Bit of tar on top of the note. Very, very interesting how it changes. It's probably the one scent that really got me into fragrances because I was understanding that fragrances change on one's skin. So that's really one that got me into the fragrance game really. So that's I'm looking for that one really. A niche, this is one where, again, probably the most talked about fragrance in the last year, and it will be probably for a while as well. Aventus, beautiful apple and pineapple note on the top of this, and it goes a bit smoky and woody in the base. Really nice scent. As you can see, I've got literally nothing left of that. But for me, I wear this pretty much a lot of the time. I wear this at least once every 3 or 4 days. So yeah. Aventus, a great scent really for Signature Scent. So next one is a work scent. For me, this is something that's inoffensive, something that's not going to blow people away in a sense that they're not going to get wanting to get out of my face sort of thing. And it's just a general people pleaser that you can wear throughout the year in general as well. So number one is from the house of Guerlain, one of my favourite designer houses. This is again really talked about. You all know about it. It's Lidge, L'Instant Guerlain Pomme Extreme. Beautiful scent. Great cacao note and patchouli. I got a lot of patchouli in this and a fair bit of citrus as well. But obviously the coffee note's going to be, not coffee note, the cacao note's going to be in there. That's the main thing people smell. I personally smell a lot of citrus underneath after about an hour and a half anyway. But yeah, Lidge from the designer side of things anyway, because people love that in work. Absolutely love it. They're always asking me what you're wearing because it's a really good on that one, I must say anyway. And the designer, the niche one even, if you've seen my top 10 work scents I posted months ago, this one was number one. If you know what it is, yeah, it's from Serge Lutens. This is Ambre Sultan. Ambre Sultan. You know, I can maybe focus there. Yeah, beautiful orange juice. Yeah, it really is. Great dry fruit accord, really is, alongside that resinous amber that Serge Lutens does really well. Bit of spices underneath that as well. The spices do come out after a few hours anyway. It's quite light on the skin, but it does last a long time in working. It lasts me the full 8 hours shift. So it's beautiful. People are always asking me about what I'm wearing on this one as well. So that's what made this Ambre Sultan with, yeah, it does for me anyway, and every time I wear it, someone's always asking what I'm wearing, so it must be okay for work anyway. So yeah, Ambre Sultan by Serge Lutens. Next one is the Night Out scent. This is basically something that I think is going to stand out to the masses, really get you noticed, attract people towards you, and it's quite alluring as well. I could easily go with some really common ones. But you know what? I don't wear them. I just don't wear your 1Millions and your Lamals and your Black Excess and your All the Braves. I just don't wear them. But wear Ventus sometimes, but yeah. These ones, it's not really your typical like night out scent. But you know what? For me, when I've been on a night out, whenever I've wore these, I always get people coming up to me saying, you know, what are you wearing? You smell really nice today, sort of thing. And that's not, we're not even giving a hug for them. If I hug someone, it's guaranteed they're going to actually smell this on me and like it. But yeah, this one, these are the two that I wear anyway, which really, really good. Quite powerful scents, but, you know, night out, you want a bit of power. You want to attract people, you know what I mean? So, this one is from Lalique. Probably one of my favourite scents of all time in the designer section anyway. This is Encre Noire. Beautiful bottle, beautiful scent. It's been talked about a lot, and rightly so as well. Rightly so, because the Veta in this, the smoke, it's just absolutely tremendous. Really well done. It's a beautiful vetiver, dark vetiver, smoky vetiver. Really love this scent, really, and it lasts for me a whole 10-12 hours minimum. So absolutely love that scent from Lalique anyway. It's just beautiful scent as well. Not too keen on Acre Noire and a sport. Don't really like that. It's sort of got that Acre Noire but toned down a lot with a bit of citrus in it as well. Didn't really like it, but I might be getting that for one of my hauls in the coming few months anyway, just to test it out. Number 2, okay, this is from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. Yeah, they're a design house, but they have got some niche brands. Really, you see this in my top 5 releases for 2013. This is beautiful. It is Noble Leather. Noble Leather. It's been talked about a bit, and rightly so as well. Beautiful leather scent. Beautiful dry fruit accord in the base. I get heavy leather with a little bit of patchouli as well. I get a bit of citrus in the citrus, pretty much similar to lemon, but not as lemony. Not like a yuzu lemon like L'Odyssée. This is very much a case of seductive lemon, and the leather alongside it, just powerhouse all the way through the scent. You've got leather and patchouli. It's really beautiful, and people always ask me, especially in the first 2 to 4 hours, they're always asking me, you know, what are you wearing, because it just smells beautiful. Yeah, Noble Leather, fantastic scent. Halfway through now. Okie doke. So next one is a romantic scent, close quarter scent sort of thing, that sort of thing. So for me, it's something that stands out, but it's not overpowering. It brings people close to you, and when people smell you and walk past you or they're nearby, they want to get close to you, they want to smell what you're smelling like. Just something that's good in close quarters, so not offensive, and something that draws people in, essentially. First one, for the design house of Prada. Again, it's been spoken about a lot, but it's a beautiful scent, absolutely love it. Had this for about 1.5 years now or something. Haven't used loads of it, but I do wear it quite a bit in the spring and summer months anyway. This is Prada Infusion Dawn. This is a 200ml bottle. I love it so much because I had to get a 200ml bottle. It lasts me forever, that anyway, I think. But yeah, beautiful soapy scent. Soapy and iris, really soft iris, which really it gets you towards this sort of floral dry down you get, but it's that soap remains all the way through the scent. Soap and florals might sound a bit feminine, but you know what? Tremendous, really is. Probably one of the best scents to wear on the close quarter scent for me anyway. It lasts a while and it really draws people in. It's got this alluring quality to it. Fantastic scent. Really do enjoy this one. This is Prada Infusion Dawn. Beautiful scent. Absolutely love it. And I'll wear that in the spring and summer anyway, for sure. You've seen it in my probably summer and spring lists, and for rightly so as well. Still, the niche one. This is, again, you see me speak about this before. It was in my Christmas Day list, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, scent of the day, and rightly, he's just right, because it's obvious really. A beautiful spice, beautiful woods, and that pine needle note which really stands out. This is from the Cedric Top, Filet in Aiguille. Wonderful scent, really is a fantastic scent. Spice, woods, pine needle, reminds me just of winter. Beautiful. We've just taken down the pine tree now, and I can just smell it on this scent. Fantastic. Really draws people in. Really quite not soft on the skin, but it gets softer after a few hours. But it does last on your skin anyway. So the woman or the man, whichever way you swing, really, is going to smell this on you anyway. So yeah, beautiful scent, beautiful spice. Cedric Top. Do you know, I do have more Sedge Bouton than this one. You might think, oh, he's only got Sedge Bouton, Philly and Agui. No, I have a lot of Sedge Bouton. I love Sedge Bouton. But this one for me works well in the romantic setting. Next one. This is probably my favourite of the whole list. This is Daring Scent. I have a lot, to be honest, I've got a lot of Daring Scents, but I had to pick one from niche and one from designer. This is not, I won't say my most daring, but I'd say it's the one that probably garners most attention, just because it's so off the wall and people don't know how to respond to it really in general. Yeah, this is from the house of Dior. First one is Fahrenheit Absolute. Fahrenheit Absolute. So I love the bottle of this one, from red to black at the top. That's the way it is really. It's just about, it reminds me of just being in the dark and just smelling this incense in the air, and really is a bit of frankincense in this as well. It's really well done. It's got a lot of spice underneath it really. But yeah, very dark, very seductive, and after a while, sometimes on the different body chemistry, this does smell a bit like sweat. Seriously, it's got a sweat quality. It's really hard to point out, but it's got something that makes it just smell like sweat. People have said to me before, you know, I can smell sweat. Is it you? And I've just been like, no. And then I've smelled my wrist. I'm like, oh wait, yeah, that's Fahrenheit Absolute. And they're like, why are you wearing that? It's like, because it's Fahrenheit Absolute. Obviously, it's an amazing scent. Well, for me, one of the best designer scents around right now. Fantastic scent. Really ahead of the game. Next one is, it's just got to be, you know, these scents, these daring scents, they've just got to be something different and really are going to have to push the boat out. This is one that I've got which really does do that. I've got a lot of them, daring scents wise, but this one for me, it's just garnered so much attention, but so many things people have said to me, it's just negative, and I love it, and I'll always love it. This is Leather Oud by Dior. Leather Oud. Really nice. Oh, I just love it. You know, it's got that animalistic quality to it, which is well known. That civet in there. It smells just like I'm smelling a wet dog sort of thing, which is, it sounds silly, but it is that sort of animalistic quality it's got to it. It's got a heavy dose of leather, a little bit of oud. I'll say a little bit of oud, quite a bit of oud, but more leather so much. The more I've worn this, the more I love it. It just works so well on my skin. Most fragrances don't work well on my skin, but this lasts a good 12 hours. Absolutely love it. Not for everyone by no means, but Leather Oud, a fantastic scent anyway. Right, so this is my last one now. This is upper class. Going to, you know, as I always say, the good impression scent. You're going in a suit and tie sort of thing, maybe a tux. Got to be something a bit people pleaser sort of thing. But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to have to be good and classy. So, picked out Tom Ford. Tom Ford, classy as ever. This is the designer house. Yeah, smoky, brings people in. It's terrific. Tom Ford Extreme. Tom Ford Extreme. Beautiful bottle. Beautiful scent inside as well. Smoky, incense, woods. Really deep sensual woods. Genuinely really nice. Really, really nice. Just a lot of smoke in this, and for a designer scent, a lot of smoke is really what I want to see. So yeah, love this, absolutely love it. Tom Ford Extreme, fantastic for a suit and tie event because it makes you seem quality, even if you're not quality. But you know what? I bet you are anyway. But yeah, Tom Ford Extreme really does fit the suit and tie event fantastically well. Last one now is from the house of Creed, who it's the first time, and you know, the winner Aventus. This for me, I prefer this one over Aventus. Personally, I don't wear it as much because I find it hard to wear, but for me, this just stands out as being upper class. This is Royal Oud. Royal Oud. You shouldn't really be called Royal Oud, it should be called Royal Cedar or Royal Wood, because that's all I smell out of it really. But oud is definitely there. There's definitely some oud there, no doubt. And someone says no oud in Royal Oud, they're lying, because there is some oud in it, but it's not the first point in the pot of call, should we say. But yeah, Royal Oud, beautiful oud based scent. And, well, it's cedar based scent, but it's got oud underneath it. I personally get more oud after about an hour and a half, 2 hours in the dry down sort of thing. I personally get more oud then, but cedar, woods, that sort of thing. It's just terrific, Royal Oud, and it's probably one of the most complimentary scents I've ever had as well. But yeah, Royal Oud really does work well in a suit and tie event. Really enjoy it. So yeah, Royal Oud for my upper class, and that's what I'll be wearing anyway. Also, I have been wearing for 2013. This is going to be obviously a yearly, an annual even list. But yeah, that's my list, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope I've maybe brought one of these phrases out that you've not heard before. Possibly not. But hope you've enjoyed it anyway. Quick thing as well, just so you know what's coming up in 2014 for me. Well, I've got my top 20 designer list coming out in the next week and a half. I've got my top 20 niche list coming out in about a month or so. That's for winter though. The niche list is harder to compile for me personally, because I've got quite a few niche, and it's just, and I need to really find out what's the best one to wear in the winter and fall. Anyway, I have missed out on the fall lists, but I'm combining it with winter to create a cold weather list sort of thing. So there's going to be a top 20 designer coming out soon, and there is going to be a top 20 niche coming out soon as well. Keep an eye out for some reviews every now and again, because there will be some reviews coming out as well. But yeah, that's a quick thing for me anyway. But yeah, I hope you had an awesome 2014, guys. This is me, Sam, signing out. Enjoy 2014. I'll see you there, guys. See you in a bit.